Bandits, is your precious TCG collection safe from thieves? That is the million-dollar question. Why am I saying that? Well, my friends, there is a lot of attention being brought into the TCG community. If you haven't seen it yet, but the Pikachu illustration card from Paul Logan has sold for $16.5 million, 13.9 million euros. Absolutely mental, and that's for one single damn stupid card, which should have been a PSA 9. That's a whole other story. And also, 24 hours ago, Pokédean, a famous YouTuber, collector, seller from UK, brought out a video that he got warped. His place got warped, and he had so much product. All the product, even a base booster box, Pikachu ponchos, PSA 10s, everything got stolen, my friends. All the valuable goodies got stolen. Now, if you have a big collection, if you have a valuable collection, have you made sure that it is well protected? That is the question. What are you doing to safeguard your collection? Because don't forget, money brings in enemies. People, we are sometimes speaking of life-changing money. Some people do anything. It could be even your closest friends. Because money makes enemies. Be careful what you say to anybody about what you have, where you store it, all those things. Because we see more and more people saying that, hey, please look out because my binders have been stolen out of my house, or my graded cards have been stolen, or my sealed product has been stolen. If I scroll through Facebook, I see multiple posts weekly, and it's getting worse. But can you blame it? Can you blame it with all the media attention and the prices going sky high? I interrupt this broadcast with some important news, my bandits. Do you want to stand a chance in winning this nice Snorlax art rare card from 151 Japanese? Well, all you gotta do is follow the channel, so subscribe, and comment down below what do you think about the Pikachu illustrator card that has been sold for $16.5 million. I'm very curious what you think about that. The winner of this great card will be announced down here in the comments on Monday the 23rd of February. Without further ado, let's continue the video. People are looking for a quick buck. And what is now a quick buck and what usually doesn't have a lot of consequences because it is difficult to find the thief in question. How can you now protect your valuable stuff? If you have the possibility, don't store it in your house. And don't go then now to a friend and store it at a friend's house, because that's just moving the problem to somewhere else where you have even less control. You could rent a storage location. You could put a part of your collection over there. You could rent a safe at a bank. Do people still do that? Am I that old? Is that still a thing? I don't know. I've seen it in movies, so I think it's still a thing. So you could perhaps rent a safe at a bank and put some valuable PSA 10s in there, or back at Black Label. Yeah, I'm not discriminating here. I'm not discriminating. Perhaps that is a solution. And yes, all those solutions cost money. Eh? Who said this was for free, by the way? No, buy a safe yourself and put that inside your house. But I can tell you something, because these days thieves are not so lazy as you might think. And sometimes they take their time. Look at Pokédean. If you look at that video, I will put the link down in the description right directly to his video. They took their time. They even took his his baggage and the laundry basket to put all the products in and carry it out. They searched his entire place and they searched for everything. So sometimes they do take their time. And imagine that you have a safe, like a small model like that. Is that gonna stop them? I don't know. I don't think so. Perhaps you can hide it in a wall and make it secure that they cannot pull it out, perhaps. But you understand how far it can go. Eh? What else can you do? You can insure the crap out of it, but that's gonna cost you money. One thing that you already need to know is your normal insurance. You have a fire insurance, you got a theft insurance. Your normal insurance for your house, for your flats, for your, you name it, is not covering this. These are collectibles. They are not covered. And then also, it is very difficult to insure it to start it off with. Why is that? Because the value of these things change constantly. How do you need to do it? Well, you need to find, first of all, an insurance company that wants to take you on for what you have. And then you clearly need to state everything, what you have, and at that moment in time, what the price is. Now, you know, TCG moves up and down and up and down. It's the Himalaya of the world. Yeah, prices change. But then you cannot go every week to your insurance company and say, hey, I need to change it because I said 10,000 euros, but now it is 12,000 euros. And then 2 weeks later, sorry, it's 8,000 euros. Doesn't work like that. Okay, imagine January 1st, they take a list of everything they have. They check, okay, what is the current price? And then they give that to their insurance company, and then their premium is calculated for the year. At the end of the year afterwards, January 1st, they do the same exercise again. They list up again what they have and they check the prices. And then their premium for that year is calculated on that price. That is a good solution. What is also very important, take pictures. Plenty of pictures. Why is that important? Imagine you have a ton of graded cards and you have 0 pictures. Prove it was yours. So that's already a good start. Huh? But if you have a lot of pictures, then you can immediately post it online when it is stolen, and you can say, look out for these certs. And then also with those serial numbers, you can also then go to PSA, Baguette, CGC, you name it, and you can say, stolen. And you cancel those serial numbers. And okay. People are going to say, Siggy, Brainiac, dumb. They just crack it open and then they take out the card. Okay, yes, you are right. But not every thief is a brainiac either, right? There are stories about dum-dums that steal something inside a city and then go to the local LGS and try to sell it off. So, hey, there were a lot of stupid people in the world. Yeah. So we already covered, okay, a safe could be a solution. An insurance, highly recommended. A storage location is even better. And then also a storage location, there is also an insurance on top of that. My preference, to be honest, goes to the most valuable products. You either lock it up in a bank or in a storage location, never at home. And if you keep things at your home for like a display, like here, I don't got a lot. And then you, first of all, take pictures of it and you just cover it in your insurance. If it is valuable, of course. So it makes you think. I think this year we will see a lot of thefts. It will get worse. The media attention with now Logan Paul and his PSA 9 Pikachu Illustrator, and then also now in Belgium we had then, I don't like the guy, but there is also one guy who always likes to brag when something like that is, because he has a card of 1 million euros. Yeah, okay, go brag somewhere else. And then he was on the news and he was there and then every TV station today was covering the fact that there was a Pikachu card sold for $16.5 million. It's like, can you bring more attention to the hobby? And which I don't mind that there is so much attention coming to the hobby. It is not always attracting the correct people, and that is my problem. It is attracting sometimes the wrong people that want to fool you. They want to fool you, they want to get your information, they want to come and steal your products, they want to sell you counterfeit products. People are making a quick buck. Rule number 1. If it sounds too good to be true, it is not true. If someone comes to you, hey, got a deal for you. Booster bundle, 151, a display, 10 for 500 euros. You buy. Fake. That's not a market price. Okay, so those are the kind of things that sometimes you will come across. Be careful in the information that you share. One thing that I also don't like is now, okay, I'm a content creator and I've got a business. Imagine that I was only a content creator, yeah, like Pokédean, for example, but he also has a store, so perhaps a bad example. But okay, I will continue my example even though it sucks. But okay, in Belgium, you are obliged by the law to, even if you are just a content creator, to give up your address, your personal address. Nice and safe. So what kind of politician thought about that? Privacy. No, we don't get privacy anymore. Everything is under control. Microscope, everybody. It's a problem. Imagine you have now a content creator with a lot more interesting things. Yeah, I hope they don't come and steal a picture of Emma or a picture of my other daughter, Jana. I hope they don't come and steal that. If you are then a content creator that your address is publicly searchable, it shouldn't be the case. You are entitled for your privacy as well. And then in the United States, they all work with PO boxes, which is nice, But hey, in Europe, that's a very hush thing. PO boxes, you cannot register anything to a PO box. This. Sometimes instead of advancing in the world, we are sometimes getting a bit more stupid as well, because technology is advancing, criminals are advancing, but the laws and correct thinking, that is okay, it's always delayed. Yeah, it's like they say, shit needs to hit the fan before something changes. We see that everywhere, right? But point of this video is protect your collection. Make sure that your family is also safe. Yeah, get perhaps a dog. Yeah, I've got a good dog. I've got 2 dogs in total, but I've got 1 dog. Yeah, if a thief comes in, he might be neutered. Warning you, he might be neutered. You can also put up cameras. You can also put up an alarm system, but everything costs money. Nothing will be for free. But then you need to make a decision. If you have a collection of, let's say you have a collection of 100,000 euros. Yeah, what is then an alarm system or camera system or even a dog of 2,500-5,000 euros? If you compare with your total collection of 100,000 euros, because the value of your personal collection will increase year by year. It's an investment to protect your other investment. Get it? Get it? Get it? Be safe this year. Think. And if you don't know what to do, go and search for information from trustworthy sources, from other people that are protecting their shit correctly, or that perhaps have had issues with stolen items. Imagine that you want to search for some information and you go on Facebook and you see, okay, that person got a theft, and you read the story, because people share their stories. Sharing is caring, and then they share their story, and then perhaps you can learn from it. What went wrong? How did they enter? How long did they take? What were they looking for? One thing that I already noticed is they are less searching for modern and they are more searching for the vintage shit. Value. And that is due to such idiots like Logan Paul, and that's, I keep calling him an idiot. He's an idiot. He's a jackass, he's a scammer, he's a ripoff. Oh my God. But protect the shit. Protect it. That's what we need to do. Otherwise, perhaps the next post on Facebook, Instagram, or in the newspaper I read could be from you, that someone went to your house, stole everything when you were gone. Perhaps you were, hey, Valentine, oh, hey, honey. You come home, my other cutie is gone. They stole Pikachu. Could be, imagine, but nobody wants that in their life. Nobody wants it. And so if you don't take care of your own shit, the thief will take care of your shit. And he will not care if you or your family get into money issues. Act now before you regret it later on. That's my point. That's the value I want to share. If you appreciate that, well, you know what to do. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel. We are going for 1,200 subscribers this time. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for the trust. And also click that notification bell. Then you get at least informed, sometimes a few days later. Thank you, YouTube, when a new video is up. Sometimes it's really a few days later. Sometimes I don't understand. Idiot, I posted that 3 days ago. But okay, it is what it is. Thank you, YouTube, for the great support. And thank you, everybody that is watching, for also your great support. I appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one.